Hey guys, it's Maximus Po for Africa Media Australia, and as you all know, it's Melbourne's International Comedy Festival. I had the pleasure of interviewing Trevor Noah, who is Africa and South Africa's biggest export. Stay tuned, enjoy the interview, and don't forget to like our page on Facebook. Your show's coming up. You're excited. You've been working on it for a while. Everyone is pretty excited. I know, like, my friends are like dying. We've got tickets for Saturday.
Oh, thank you.
What do we need to expect to see?
I love how people always ask that question. What do we need to expect? It's very strange because I don't know how to prepare people. I always say, hopefully you'll laugh, and then the rest is just, you know.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's a very strange thing to ask. I guess it's me. I mean, if you don't know me, then it'll be a surprise, which is a good thing that I don't want to spoil, you know. But if you do know me, then it's more of the same plus a bit of something new, always changing, always moving. But comedy I tried poetry and it didn't work, so I'm sticking to comedy now.
Sweet. So you tried poetry. You've tried a lot of other shows. I saw you did a stint on Isi Dengo.
Oh yeah.
You're on there, like you were 18 or something?
Yeah, whoa, that was back in the day.
Ago, yeah.
I've dabbled in acting, did a bit of stuff on radio. I've had a few TV shows. I do them when I have time, you know. Stand-up's still number one, so...
How did you get into stand-up? Because there's a lot of people that think they're funny, but how did you get into it?
I just did it. I was at a bar. People were telling jokes on a microphone. My cousin said you should try, and so I tried it. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't, it's basically what I did, and I've just stuck doing it.
Sweet. So you did that. You had your first time, and how do you prepare your jokes? Like, who do you tell your jokes to?
I tell them to the audience.
Sweet. So you don't even trial run them to your girlfriend or your sister or anything?
There's no preparations. There's no nothing. There's no, we go straight into it, and then we see what happens on the day. I like that. I like the risk of it, you know. The audience could get a great show, or they could get an amazing show. It all depends on the day. There's always magic to be had.
And what would you say so far in your career? Because you've done lots. Like, you've been on J, you've done so many things. What's the best dream that's come true so far?
Oh, wow. What is the best dream? Ugh. I guess being able to buy chocolate whenever I want to. That's all I wanted, was to be able to buy chocolate anytime. Yeah.
Chocolate from...
That's how I measure success. Can you buy chocolate whenever you want to? Yes, then you're successful. That's as simple as that.
It's cool. That's really cool, though. It's like chocolate anytime.
That's what it is.
So a doco was released a while ago. It's funny, but it's true.
Yeah.
That led up to your one-man show. And what goes through, because I'm a performer myself, what goes through your head just before you're about to go up on stage?
It's always, what am I doing here? I hope they laugh. This is horrible. I should have stayed home. Then I just go, just don't fall when you walk out. Don't fall when you walk out. That's it. That's all my mind is thinking. Yeah. But other than that, I don't think too deep, you know? I keep it really light.
So how is it being a Xhosa, Swiss, South African comedian? And how does that impact your material? Does it make it easier because you've got one foot in the white door, one foot in the black door?
I guess it does. Yeah, it's forged who I am. You know, I always say, because I was an outsider my whole life, that's helped me to be an insider, I guess, later on. So it is who I am. It's what I speak about. It's what I know, and I enjoy it. You know, I'm lucky enough to be able to see different worlds and understand both of them.
Sweet. And how was your upbringing as a child?
It was very black.
Because you grew up in Soweto,
I grew up in Soweto, yeah. I know no other way of being brought up. I grew up with my mom, with my grandmother, grandfather, well, with the whole family really on the black side. It was a very, very simple life, you know. Everyone lived the same, so we weren't rich, we weren't poor. We were just like everybody else.
Happy, same old.
We had a roof over our heads, so we were living.
Sweet. So when you were in the States, you toured an impressive 40 states. Like that's in 1 year. That's like hands down. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone doing that. Or if they have, they've been quiet.
It wasn't a big tour, but I was just doing clubs. That's all I do. Is if I go to a new place, it's nice to go do the clubs. It's not like I was touring stadiums or cities. America's huge. But I went there to try and understand just how to get through to them. You know, it's so difficult to take entertainment, never mind comedy, from one place to another. And as African comedians or even African entertainers, there's not many that go into the world and do the thing.
Because we make each other laugh, but we don't really venture out to make,
So my goal has always been to not just stay in my comfort zone and perform to people that I know I can make laugh, but rather try and go into different places and see how hard it is or how easy it might be there.
Sweet. And how different was it touring in the States compared to touring Ekasi and touring in Europe?
Oh, let me think. The US is huge. It's a very time-consuming affair. You know, you travel a lot. You're always on the road. Europe is nicer because it's smaller. You can go and come back, and you can, it's also closer to South Africa, so it's an overnight flight. There's a lot of things that help it quite a lot. Touring in South Africa might still be my favorite because it's home, I get to see family, I get to see friends, and then work at the same time. So it's a bonus.
Sweet. And you're one of the biggest, like, African export comedians. Unless there's someone I'm forgetting or I'm pulling blanks, no one is as big as you.
Well, there's a few guys. I mean, like, I know Basketmouth from Nigeria is doing really big things. He's doing well in the UK and stuff, and I've worked with him. Great guy. So there's a few of us, yes. A lot of guys are still focusing on Africa, which is not a bad thing. Not everyone has to go into the world. I mean, there's American comedians that have never left America, and they're huge there. The same in Australia, the same in England. So for some of us, we like to travel. Some of us don't. I've got friends who personally just don't want to leave home, which I guess I understand.
And how does it impact you being like an African, being so big? Everyone knows your name. Or when you travel around or you go to the States or we all know you on YouTube, how does that impact you being an African comedian, like in the Western society?
Well, I never think of myself as big. It's always nice for someone to appreciate your work. It's always an honor, though, to represent Africa, to go out as an African and to do the thing, because Africa doesn't have many positive connotations to it. Yeah. So people think of Africa, they think of lower level everything. They think, it's third world everything. So it's nice to show comedy on a level that's the same, in the rest of the world.
Yeah. And that's really good as well. And comedy breaks all barriers.
Definitely.
It's really good. So what inspires you to chase your dream? Chocolate.
That's a difficult one. I just love doing it, I'm inspired by what I'm doing. I'm not inspired to do the thing, if that makes sense. I love doing comedy. I literally love comedy. So I have to force myself to take breaks.
Well, what advice would you give your 16-year-old self?
My 16-year-old self? Don't date Babiki. She's stupid. What else? Don't waste money on cars. And what else? Oh, and then just do everything the same. Everything else, keep it the same. Yeah.
Keep it the same. Yeah. It's good. What do you do in your spare time? Since if you could work, you'd work day in, day out.
I like relaxing. I love watching TV.
Favorite TV show?
Oh wow, there's so many.
Sweet. And who would you dream to collaborate with, dead or alive?
Oh, alive, hopefully. Wow. I've always been a fan of Chris Rock's stuff. Just who he is and what he says. Collaborate with is different in comedy. I just like to connect with a few people, but not really collaborate. That would be weird for me, Yeah. No. But there's a few guys where it's nice to. I've been lucky enough to meet up with a lot of the guys that I look up to in the world of stand-up. So there's very few that are left now.
That's good that you've sort of put yourself out there. So your show, where is your show? When is your show? I'm going on Saturday. I don't know.
So I'm at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, That's until the 21st. Oh, till the 21st of April. So that's for about a month basically. And then in Sydney.
Bella Union?
Yeah.
The Bella Union, that's Victoria Street and Lygon Street.
Yep. And then I will be in Sydney on the 27th, 26th and 27th in Sydney at the Enmore, and then in Brisbane 23rd, 24th. In case you're wondering, I'm talking to my calendar behind the camera. Brisbane 23rd, 24th, where? Tiverton, yes. And then Auckland. And that's at the end of April.
Sweet. So you're doing the whole sort of Australia.
Yeah, just trying to do this corner of the world. And then
Okay.
I go to Antarctica.